Patriotic Prepper here. Today I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about filtering water. We had some people ask some questions about if you're really in a grid down scenario, what are the best ways to obtain water, make water clean and potable and basically just usable. I wanted to go over a couple of those real quick with you today. First of all, you have to obtain water. And in a grid down scenario where there is really no faucets running, nothing, you can always get water from reservoirs, creeks, anywhere. You can even get it from digging in the ground in certain places in our country. Here where we are, there are creeks. We are high elevation, so you don't get much by digging in the ground. But if you do, and regardless of where you get your water, first things that have to happen is the water needs to be cleaned up somewhat. So there's a way you can make filters. We made this filter. This has got a layer of sand, a layer of charcoal, and a layer of vegetative matter, which is you can find anywhere, broken leaves, twigs. And once you get these in and compact them, and you drain a little bit of water through them first, it starts to become, you start to be able to get clear water out of it. We can take dirty water from here, run it through this and obtain somewhat clean water. Now this isn't potable water. You're not going to drink it like this. It's going to get out a lot of the big stuff to where it can be further refined. After you've achieved some clean water in here, then you can decide whether you're going to use chemicals, which we have here, some purification tablets. Tablets come in two kinds, iodine and chlorine. They're both fairly good. Iodine seems to be a little stronger, but it's also not quite as good for you. But it kills pretty much everything. Giardia, microorganisms, and such. Now these tablets work well. You can get them for a good price. I think they're only like $5 for a bottle of tablets, and there's like 36 tablets in here in one bottle. And what you do with these is you read the directions, of course, but you put one per so many ounces of water into your drinking water, and you wait a little while. I think it's 25 to 30 minutes. Always read on your particular package. That will go ahead and kill all the viruses, the Giardia, anything in it that will harm you. Now that won't get out dirt and all that. So once you get your somewhat clean water, then you can go with these if this is what you prefer, or you can go to life straws and filters. Now these filters will clean water to a certain extent also, but I'll warn you now, if you put dirty water in here, it will clog these up and they'll become no good in a short amount of time. So you do need to somewhat clean your water before using these. And when I say clean, I mean clean of dirt and vegetative matter. Now, life straw filters work great. And this one here, like this one is field ready. It will screw on to a bottle, a plastic bottle, and it cleans up to 300 gallons of water. And these are not too expensive. They're like 20, I think you can get them for what, $20, $25. If you don't have any one of these, then there's always the option of boiling your water. And that's what most people like to do anyway. So if you can come up with somewhat clean water, like this, and then boil it, then you're going to kill everything in it. You need to boil it at a rapid boil for at least 10 to 12 minutes. However, you still have to be careful when you're using products like this, when you're using bottles, when you're using these tablets even. When you put water into this bottle from a source like this stream, you put water into this bottle, you throw your tablet in, you put the lid on, and you wait When you open this bottle, the water that's in the cap and on the threads of here and on the outside is still contaminated. So you don't want to open this up, allow it to drip back into, or put your mouth on it and drink, because you can still be contaminated. You need to make sure that you open it like this, draining some of the good water off and the iodine water around the cap and the threads when you drink it. Now these are small systems. You know, in a real grid down scenario, you'd need a lot of water. Depending on how many people there are, you may need to do this on a great big scale. You wouldn't do it on a small scale like this. We're just doing this to show you, you know, a little sample of what you can do. These can be made in a tripod with 3 sticks, and you can tie like burlap or cloth in 3 levels. Put your vegetative matter first, your charcoal and your sand, and that can do 5-gallon buckets worth of water, and so forth. It can get bigger and bigger as you need it to. But those are the basic ways of purifying water in a grid down scenario. You can get it place that you can obtain water, and then just make sure to make this water safe. And these are a couple of methods that are readily available today. If you can throw a few of these in one in your bug out bag, a couple in your house, your vehicle, whatever, they're always great to have. This makes everything a little simpler. Please carry some of these in your tackle box, your boat, your truck, what have you, because they don't take up much room and they're worth their weight in gold. And other than that, if you always have some kind of a boiling pot, a metal pot that you can boil your water, then, you know, you're pretty well set. Also, if you don't have a metal pot to boil water, you can also take any kind of plastic, and you can heat rocks on the fire, and drop hot rocks into the plastic water in the plastic bottle. The hot rocks will cause that water to boil without burning up the plastic. That's if you don't have a metal pot or a way to put it over the fire. But those are the ways that you can obtain some kind of clean water in a grid down situation. And you know, if you study these and play with them a little bit, use them before that scenario, then you'll become familiar with them, and when that scenario comes, you won't be learning, you'll already know. Get used to it before you have to use it for real. Other than that, I appreciate the new subscribers we had. As always, thank you. God bless.
God bless.